Welcome to Crawl or No Crawl. This is Carolyn Holzman. Today is September 25th, officially day 12 of the latest helpful content update, or what I like to say more precisely, the recalibration of the helpful content system classifier, part of their system. Now, at the end of this video, I'll give you where I think we are on the update and where we are on the new indexer tool I've been telling you about. That I'm going to share first today about some results of the Google indexing API tests and how I've changed the representation of the testing on the Google Index Detector. Now, this is where you will find it. It is on American Way Media. You can just Google Index Detector. You'll find it, and it, as you can see, is the top result. Now, I have said for a long time that it matters how we ask Google to index our content. And what happens really is Google just changes their preferences and SEO testing confirms any changes. So we have the opportunity to adjust our behavior to match that favored in Google. So brace yourself. Okay, when Google isn't updating the Chrome builds and all the crawler agents, and I'll show you that later, you can request through Search Console for indexation of new content. And you can count on that your content is going to go through both of the crawling passes. There's one simple HTML and there's one JavaScript or rendering pass. And it works like clockwork when you request it through the Search Console. Now, it doesn't matter anymore if your site is a primary desktop or primary smartphone mobile crawler designated site. They both respond the same thing, but here's what isn't the same. It's when you use the Google Indexing API. Now, I used to definitely recommend it, but now testing has confirmed that it behaves very differently now. Short version is you get your mobile pass, which is all HTML, but you do not get the JavaScript pass. It is apparently not a part of that system anymore. No idea if it's broken, if it's turned off deliberately, or whatever. They're working on it. Can't really tell, but gone through enough weeks of this testing to be very confident to let you know that it's not gonna get you where you want to go. And you should know, even if you're doing a WordPress site, there are some JavaScript items built into that CMS. So if your theme has been putting some optimizations, even though you didn't do it deliberately, like internal linking, but maybe it was putting it in a section that requires that second rendering pass for Google to see it, that's not happening. So you can either wait until Google adds that second rendering pass to the indexation process again when you request through the indexing API, or if your content is new, you can request indexation via the Search Console. I'm going to show you this here. I mean, it's like crazy fast. Now, I know there's a limit in there of how many you can do, but it is better than none. And my recommendation would be to keep your actual sitemap updated. Star that, underline that, put it on a Post-it note and stick it next to your computer, but I swear you will be very happy. Now, this is how I'm splitting the representation. This is going to be the indexing API data here, and you'll be able to see when it last tested on. And as you can see here, the API is not sending the content through the second pass. So none of the tests have showed JavaScript results. And then you'll see here, this is the Search Console request, and it's a lot easier. Now, if you scroll down, you're going to see the data log. You see the videos, and then you go down here, and this is the data log. Now, this is an embedded spreadsheet, and each tab down here, hold on just a second, there we go. Each tab down here represents a week. So, but as for starting today, so what's going to happen here is the API was used today to get new content in. Tomorrow I'll be doing Search Console the day after. So I'm alternating. So testing every day, but now I'm alternating between the two ways we can get new content indexed by our own behavior. Okay. Well, I should say deliver things through the system. Now for the helpful content update. And you can see it still says we're in it. So on Sunday, this last week, we had a bookend desktop Chrome build. So instead of me using words, let me use words and pictures. Okay, so this is a recap. This is a recap you can find on, if you look at the spreadsheet. On here, I'm basically taking stuff out of here and putting it here so we can kind of like see it all in one place and not be distracted by numbers and colors. All right, so September 1st, there was a new mobile bot. Now, this is my number for it, mobile bot 44, and this is the Chrome build. Now, this was unusual because normally we would have gotten, historically, the mobile comes in and they will sort of bookmark it at the end with the desktop version of the same. So normally we would have gotten desktop 43 and then mobile 44, but we, as of September 15th, there was no desktop 43. On the 17th, we got a new desktop, Chrome 43 on that, and that closed that open loophole there. Now, I hope I said that right. I had my coffee. So, right. So this should have been here. We should have gotten the desktop 43. Okay. So then we get desktop 43. And that closes that loop. And the inspection tool crawlers, which also use Chrome, they updated to 43 as well. Then on the 19th, we got a new mobile build of what I call 43. And again, where was desktop 44? That seems odd also. And second time that we've gotten a mobile before we got the desktop. Then the day after that, the inspection tool crawlers updated to that new build as well. So now they are using this Chrome build. And then on the 24th, we got a new desktop Chrome build, Googlebot 43. Now, where's 44, right? So it looks like that they likely jumped over it. Either it was out there briefly, and if you caught it, you caught it. But it's probably more likely they jumped over it for some reason. So at this point, we have the following things crawling. We've got a Googlebot 44 build, and we've got a Googlebot 45 crawling. There's always two mobile bots that crawl, and one does the HTML pull, and the other one does the rendering pull. And in inspection tools and desktop crawler at 45. So I'm not going to call the day like I did last time, but I think it would be likely at this point, sometime this week, we're going to hear that the helpful content update is complete. And they will announce it here, and we'll see it. And so if you're tracking this like I am, feel free to let me know in the comments if you see it. Now, I am super excited to say that the indexer is in closed beta, and we're working through a punch list, and once we're through that, I get to be like Oprah and hand out free accounts and say, you get 100 credits, and you get 100 credits. So hang on. I hope you're going to be one of the first ones to get one when we announce it. But anyway, it's pretty exciting. All right, well, have a great week, and I will talk soon. Bye.